Welcome to the Mother-Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Aungelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Happy May the 4th, and I've got the wild card over here ready. And oh gosh, if y'all don't know the wild card, that's Paiton, the other daughter. She's the youngest, and we're going to be getting her perspective this month on what she thinks about things. We got a lot of different exciting topics, and today I know she's going to love talking about, because she just experienced this for the first time. Well, wait a minute, not really the first time, because you went to Utah by yourself, but she just experienced this for the second time. Right, but for the second time by yourself. Meaning
like actually 100% by myself.
100% by yourself, like booked her own ticket type of thing, own transportation, ideas, everything. It wasn't like she just showed up and things happened. She had to actually put it together. So we are going to talk today on May 4th about Friends Weekends. And when I think about Friends Weekends, I'm thinking it could be guys, it could be girls, friends or friends, whatever category you want to put those friends in. So, wild card, her name is Paiton. Tell our listeners your two experiences of traveling by yourself. Now, of course, you've been on trips with other people through church and mission trips and all that kind of stuff, but that wasn't like a weekend getaway. That was like a whole week of actually service, if you really want to think about it, because y'all were doing a service, whether it was Bible school or teaching kids or whatever like that. So talk about Friends Weekends, because I know you were excited about it and want to do it again. So let's start with Utah and then work our way to San Francisco.
It was cute. I like it was cute because I like traveling by myself. It's my first time doing it.
Right.
So yeah, it was fun. Both times that I traveled, I really didn't have to worry about too much. The person or people that I were with took care of a lot of it. So I'm really like grateful and blessed that was a possibility, because not everybody gets to experience traveling like that. So, but yeah, Utah was so much fun. This was last year. I went in like July. No, I went in June.
And she traveled like a true backpacker, because she literally had a backpack.
No, I had my suitcase.
Oh, you did take a
suitcase?
I think you've been so indoctrinated into packing light because of the mission trips and stuff, and they tell you only bring a backpack. And I don't know how they do it, but they get like 9 days of clothes in these backpacks and sleeping bags, and they get everything in these backpacks. Where here I am, I need 3 backpacks. Right.
We had everything in there.
So how did it come about?
Even the lady who was on the plane when I came back from San Francisco, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a light traveler. You don't have a backpack." I was like, "Girl, little do you know, I got a big suitcase underneath the plane."
Exactly. So tell everybody how it came about that you ended up even being bold enough to do the first time. Because your first time, that's kind of scary, you know?
I don't even know why I went to Salt. I think I went because I just wanted to go, and they wanted to see me, so they paid for half of my ticket.
They, as in her brother and his girlfriend.
My brother and his ex-fiancée. So they paid for half of my ticket, and then I paid for the other half. And when I got there, since they lived there, I didn't have to worry about rental car or hotel, nothing. And
food.
Yeah, we had food. We had some. Well, I probably did that. I think really I spent most of my money in Target just buying stuff that I wanted. I didn't even spend money on stuff while I was there.
You're worse than my friend Leala. She loves Target.
I love Target.
How many days did you stay? I forgot.
I think I was there for like 4.
Oh man, it just it goes by so fast that it's like I have to remind myself that you did that, because when you just did San Francisco, I was like, oh, this is your first time. And then you reminded me, no, this is my second time actually going by myself. But it's fun to travel by yourself. I mean, I've been so many places in the country and a lot of places outside of the country by myself. Now, some of those trips I left here by myself, but met a bigger group together of like maybe 50 or 60 people. But just getting from like Houston to Chicago or Houston to another country or something and meeting up with people, it can be very stressful and nerve-wracking. But once you get there, even though you're with a group of people, because maybe you want to do different stuff, you do end up maybe sometimes by yourself. So that's good that you really had a good time in Utah. And you always end up talking to people on the plane.
They talk to me and I talk back.
you be making friends. And the sad thing is, or the funny thing is, you be knowing where they from, where they came from, how long they going to be here, what their phone number is, what their social media is, who their girlfriend and boyfriends are. You be knowing everything.
Yep. I got, when I came back from Salt Lake, I'll never forget my trip back from Salt Lake because I had so much fun with the dude that was next to me. Let me see if I can find his number in my phone. I'm going to shout him out.
This is an ongoing problem because when we used to go to the shoe store, whenever it would be time to get new shoes or whatever, and I'd be looking for shoes for Paiton, everybody would be in the area they're supposed to be, and she would always be 2-3 rows over playing with somebody's little child, especially if they had a little game or a little figurine or something. She'd be sitting on the floor making friends and playing, and I didn't bother her because I felt like, okay, she's going to be a social person, so with her making friends with people, it's okay, because I'm the same way. I can go to the grocery store and I'll end up talking to somebody in the line before I leave. I know everything about them, or they've traded phone numbers with me to, get to know me even better. But it is fun, I would say, on both sides. And let me see if I can choose, and if not, I won't. It's fun to travel by yourself solo, but it's also fun to travel with people. I have, honestly, more peace of mind when I travel by myself. There's a lot of comfort in traveling with people, but I have a lot more peace of mind when I'm by myself because I'm a different kind of traveler. You got the dude number?
Yes. So I want to give a shout out.
She's serious.
I want to give a shout out to Ed that was on my Frontier flight last year in July. He was awesome, so much fun. He bought me shots and everything. I was 21 at the time, so it was really fun. I enjoyed it. And then the guy who was also next to
she
us,
was 21 at the time last year, but she just turned 21 in
anyway,
February
so
this year. You go ahead and see when you're not good at math, you need to leave it alone.
We're gonna keep our business. So
right, exactly.
I was the guy who was also next to him. I want to shout out to him. He was so sweet. Him and his girlfriend, actually, both really nice. Yeah, and I have him on Snapchat. I forgot his name.
Oh my God.
No, his name is Shane. Shout out to Shane.
Shout out to Shane.
Yep.
Ed and Shane. So now, what was that, a week ago? San Francisco?
Like a week and a half. Yeah.
So like a week and a half ago, walk me through how that happened. Because just, by the way, for our listeners, I was only told 10 hours before.
I was told
and
too.
I don't know why she didn't want to tell me, because I'm going to tell you something. I am so excited when any of y'all are doing your own thing. You're making your own way. You're getting out and making friends. You're traveling. I am so excited because I wish I could have done that at 21.
That's why I had to go.
By the time I was 21, I was already married. I was already getting ready to have a baby. I was already a housewife. So by the time I was 21, I couldn't do all of those things. So I think now I had done a lot as a teenager because I was always involved in girls groups and, ladies and gents. And I was always going to some kind of ball or festival or something. And I had a lot of freedom to do a lot of things, with my time because I was a trustworthy kid. My mom said be home at 10. I was there at 9:54. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't miss out on anything. It's just that traveling didn't happen in my life until 2000 or something like. Well, no, I take that back. When I was 18 or 19, our high school trip went to Matamoros, Mexico. So that was my first introduction to, there's other countries. Like we can actually go there and do things. So that was my first trip. And then I always said, if I ever got a chance, I would love to just travel and see a lot of the world, which right now I'm sitting here just like panting and pressing my fingernails, if you can hear them. I can't wait until this whole pandemic travel ban is eradicated and thrown in the trash so I can go, because I'm telling you right now, I already have an envelope with my money waiting, because I'm out for at least 2 or 3 weeks. I'm out. Whoever wants to go can go. Who don't, I'm fine, but I'm out. Walk through the San Francisco thing, and like, how did you even get the first phone call of, do you want to go?
Right. So, that's basically it. Like, I just got a text. It wasn't even a call. That was like, we going, San Fran, come. It's going to be fun. You don't got to worry about nothing. I'm about to send you the money for the trip. So, book the ticket.
How lucky, right?
They told me how to book it and what to do and all this stuff. And this was on Thursday. And I left Friday. So, literally booked the ticket like the day before, almost 24 hours before.
So you know those tickets were premium price because when you wait that late,
because there was only like 4 seats left on the plane.
Exactly.
So it was $600 there and back.
Jeez.
To go there was $600. To come back was $600.
Right.
But yeah, and then when I got there, I again didn't have to worry about anything like food or nothing like
transportation.
None of that. I was literally only there probably for like 16 hours, and then it was time to go again, and I left that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And but I did get to see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very talked pretty. About how crowded it was.
It was very crowded. Yeah,
so they outside, y'all.
Yeah, they built up a lot of there. They have like little yellow buggies that you can get on and ride across like on the side of it. So it was pretty cool. But other than that, like I can say a lot about the trip, but I really can't say much because I didn't do much.
Right.
I was only there for a limited time. And the thing about California is everything closes so early, so you really only have the day.
So they're still kind of under the quarantine hours.
Yeah, you really only have the day, like the daytime.
What time stuff was closing?
Like 8.
Oh, no.
9, yeah.
I'm still mad that my Walmart ain't 24 hours. Because when they be closing at 8 and 9 o'clock, I just get so upset. And plus, when you go online, it says it's open till 11 and it's not.
The clubs even close at like 12.
Oh, my God. That's when y'all start getting
y'all
makeup on.
Exactly. That's what I say.
That's when you start putting your makeup on. Exactly. Y'all, and then that's going to take an hour.
That's when I start getting ready.
Yeah, I can tell you, though, I've had some really lovely times getting away with friends. I really, it's different when you create new friendships when you get my age. It's just different because everybody's got grown children. They've got jobs, or if they're just newly retired, they've got, maybe a husband or something like that. So getting away is not really a priority to a lot of people. And I think that especially women should make it a priority to get away at least on the weekend for and my weekend usually starts in my mind on Thursday. So get away Thursday night and come back on Sunday night if you can't stay until Monday. But I've had some really great weekends. I can tell you I have a friend in Alabama, and we used to travel with the Napoleon Hill group, and she would always tell them, they would say, hey, can we go ahead and book your trip? And she'd go, well, wait, let me see if Dawn going. Because if she ain't going, I ain't going, because that's the only roommate I'll have. So then she would text me and say, hey, you going? Yep, I already paid. Okay, all right, I'm going then. But if I can't share a room with you, then I ain't going, because I ain't sharing a room with nobody else. So me and Agnes, we always shared a room together. I have a couple of other people that I've met through business that like to travel. I've got somebody right now that wants to start doing some little getaway trips, and I think it's just really fun, even if it's in the car or if it's, there's a couple of trains that we have up in other parts of Texas, maybe an hour or so away, that you can actually go on a full day train ride. They feed you and everything, give you wine, all kind of stuff. And it's not very far from here. The train just started back up this month, and for the spring. So I'm excited about some upcoming weekends. But just so you know, I was gonna tell y'all I was about to sneeze, but
so also I was gonna say, like, my thing is, like, when it comes to traveling with my friends, because I've also done like little small trips, like up to Austin and Dallas with my friends, stuff like that.
Right.
But I always say, like, I feel like I should take the chance, and not miss the opportunity. Most of the time when you do stuff that's like not planned, you have so much fun, and you're like, oh man, like that's
especially the ones where you're like, I don't know if I should have went.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's when it's the best.
The anxiety I had, like going to San Francisco, I'm like, what if I get out here and they don't come get me, and I get kidnapped? Bless you, I get kidnapped, and like, because I'm in a whole different city, different state, so the anxiety I had, but
the ones that you have like that is the ones you have the most fun on.
Yeah.
So we were looking up some great, ideas for getaway weekends, and I'm going to just name a few. Tell me what you think about them, and if it's a yay or a nay for you. Okay, so some of the best trips are Caribbean island getaways. Now listen, before you say that, you don't have to have a passport.
Yes.
To go to the Caribbean. Like, I could get in an airplane. Well,
anything Caribbean that
other than the COVID restrictions, I could get in an airplane right now and I could say, okay, I want to go to the Virgin Islands or Bahamas or whatever for.
That's U.S. territory.
That's U.S. So you don't. Now, the thing that I will tell you that has turned me off is that during this pandemic time now, you do need one. Because, even Puerto Rico's ours, right? Hawaii is ours, but they are requiring passports right now.
Yeah, they are.
And I cannot stand it because I was like, but wait a minute. So then what about a weekend spa trip? I know a lot of ladies that used to go up to California to the spa. They have a couple of spas up there, and over to Arizona. They have some of the best spas up in the mountains.
Yeah.
So a spa trip. So you might want to think of, I was just about to say, you might want to think about, we have a really awesome spa up in Austin.
We got a spa here in Houston.
But I'm talking about a resort spa only, for like really women. Oh. There's a really nice one up there that you might not know about, but it's really, really nice. Yoga retreat, is that something you do?
Oh, yeah, I love yoga.
And look, with mountains and everything around, that would be really, really, really cool. Okay, glamping. Now, that's the only way I'm going to camp. If it's got to be glamping, so like in an RV or in a beautiful spot. I've got a lot of pictures on my Instagram page of different glamping ideas. That I think that's the only.
We gotta have AC. We gotta have a microwave and we
refrigerator.
Look, my friend actually he invited me to. He's having a birthday party at the Guadalupe River.
Oh,
yeah. So,
outside though.
Camping.
Oh,
I was camping. We gonna have Wi-Fi and are we gonna?
But now check this out. I do have on my bucket list that I actually want to do car camping, and I want to do it in the Mini Cooper.
I do want to do real camping, like where. Well, I feel like I did with church.
Yeah, yeah. But I do want to do car camping, but glamping is gonna be more my style now. I did find out that over in Navasota, Texas, which is only about an hour from here, going toward what's that college I took you to where your friend graduated?
She graduated from the high school. They just were out in College Station.
College Station. There is a mini house, mini, what you call it? Small house, tiny house. Tiny house glamping type of setup out there, and that's only an hour or so away. Prices are really, really good. I've been thinking about getting away to there. A foodie destination. Now we know you down. We ain't even got. I ain't even got to ask if you're down for a foodie getaway. Last weekend I had invited you. No, 2 weekends I had invited you and Angie, and I sent y'all a text, and I was like, we should go to this sip and stroll thing that was out in Katy, and y'all never did.
Sip and stroll, like
yeah.
Sip what?
Well, whatever they had markets of everybody set up and letting you wine taste and all that stuff, but you could walk from one vendor to the next. I just sent it to y'all 2 weeks ago.
A vineyard. That's what I'm talking about.
We got some nice ones up in Austin. But anyway, the sip and stroll, I was like, I don't even drink, but I would be willing to experience a sip and stroll and meet some other people who live out in Old Town Katy. So I thought that was fun. And then a foodie destination. I was in New York one year, and they have a foodie tour thing where they take you around to like 5 or 6 different restaurants and a couple of food trucks and stuff.
Right.
And they will let you taste all the different food. Now, whatever price you pay, you don't have to then turn around and pay for food. That right there would be interesting. Now, this is on my list. I know nobody else probably don't want to do it, but these national parks catch my attention. These national parks, they have a lot of parks. And, in California, they have the redwoods that you can drive through.
Now, this is my domain, because let me tell y'all what I did. Okay, family. So, what I did was I went to Target one night because I was like, I want to get a puzzle. I need to do a puzzle. So, I went to Target, and I found the last national park puzzle in Target. It was the last one on the shelf, and I was like, I have to do it. It has every single national park in the United States on it.
I didn't see that puzzle. Oh, you didn't finish it.
I haven't even started yet. I don't even know how many pieces it is. I think it's 1,000.
I'm going to set up a table in the new studio, and you can lay it out in there and start putting it together.
I want to glue it, and I want to frame it, because it doesn't have a picture of all the national parks, but what are those things called that you put on jack patches? It has like patches of all national parks, like all across the thing.
You showed me a puzzle, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Y'all know me. I want to go to the national parks. I was talking to this lady when I was getting on the plane to come home from San Francisco. She was telling me about how California has beautiful national parks. I want to go to Oregon, and I want to go to the national park. I love national parks. I love them. So yes, this is what I like.
Any kind of activity, outdoor trip. Look, remember when we were in Austin?
Horseback riding.
It was so much activity going on outside. So many friends on scooters, kayaking, and I'm gonna tell you something. It just really looked like they was having a really good time. So just imagine if you lived in an area where you got like 4 friends and you said, hey y'all, let's go to Austin, we're gonna rent a little kayak, or nowadays you can just buy a kayak and keep it in the garage. We're gonna buy a little kayak, and we'll go out, if y'all know how to swim and all that stuff. Of course, safety is always the key. But outdoor activities are becoming more and more popular because we have so many things that are being introduced outside, so many parks and recreational places. I even see now in Houston we have so many rooftop things going on. We have so many outdoor bars and clubs and stuff. And
a lot of stuff outside, like outdoors. We got a lot of outdoor stuff going on here.
Yeah, we do, and I'm starting to really, really like it. Wine tasting trip, you already said you want to do that. Go into the city. We've been doing that, going downtown.
That's where all the hype is at.
Yep, that's what. I don't know why I'd be so hyped in the city. I guess the suburbs is a little uptight, huh?
The suburbs is where people come to live. Right. The city is where you go to have fun and do different things. Okay. That's really what suburbs is to me. That's how I see it.
Okay. Seasonal getaways, we do that because we go skiing every winter.
Yeah.
We said we were going back to Taos next year, right?
No, we're going to Red River.
Well, Red River,
yeah.
Red River is right outside of Taos, so. But the big city, of course, I guess is Taos. But Red
River.
Bigger
city is Taos.
Red River, New Mexico. We had a really great time, and when we go to Red River, New Mexico, we don't even have to go to Taos again. We can go to other parts of New Mexico and explore some of those things. But those were just some girls' weekend ideas. If you ever get bored and you want to think of something, you can do like hiking, boat rides, local tours. And there's a lot of local tours because even we have different tours here that there's some downtown stuff that I've never been on a tour because I've always just gone by myself or whatever. Local shows and concerts. I'm so glad all the festivals are back. I know that, that could be tough in some people's mind, thinking getting in a crowd of 100,000 people like a Coachella or all these festivals. But I'm glad that the festivals are really, really back. Horseback riding, we always do that when we go to Mexico, but not always, but we've done it so many times now that we're like, okay, let's do something else. I did tell you in October is the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yep. And so I'm excited about that because that is something that's been on my bucket list now for 4 years. And it's like, well, why is it just sitting there when I can just go? I don't want to ride the hot air balloon. I want to be there with just all the festivities. I want to see it. I want to, be there in the festivities, welcome the balloons leaving, welcome them back and all of that. Cooking classes. Would you consider that a good weekend to go to a cooking class?
No, I like to eat.
They have one.
Like to eat, I gotta know how to cook it.
Our Mini Cooper Club went to a cooking class over on Airline not too long ago. I didn't get to go that weekend. I was doing something else, but they said they had a blast. They cooked a main meal and then they cooked the dessert. And they said it was really, really fun.
I want to do a cooking class this year. I want to do an escape room this year. Axe throwing.
I've done that. That's fun.
Yeah,
it's so competitive.
There was something else. I don't. There's we have this interactive museum here, Sesame.
Interactive.
I want to do that. Interactive is where you interact. With
like is a touch screen or
you can touch stuff. You can do whatever. Have you been to the Color Factory?
No, I haven't. Is that kind of like the selfie museum?
Okay. Yeah,
no, I didn't know that.
Museum.
I'm on their Instagram, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says that getting away is a great way to stay connected with friends and people that you want to hang around that have the same great energy as you have. But also, these activities give you an excuse to get together with people. So, any final thoughts, Paiton, since you've had your 2 experiences of actually being able to get out and do something where you didn't feel like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my mom? Because I'm sure you get tired of thinking you have to travel with me. But
no, never. So my final thoughts are, I used to always ask myself why do I even like traveling so much? And I used to try to blame you and be like, it's her fault.
I hear this. I don't even know how I got through high school with all my travel.
Without my traveling,
Boo-hoo.
And people are always like, yeah, I always gone, whatever. And I always wanted to know why do I even like traveling so much? But then I learned or realized that I'm an air sign. Air signs like to make sense of the world, and part of making sense of the world, or even just people in general that want to make sense of the world or feel out of place in some areas of their lives, they tend to like to travel and do things like that where they can explore and learn things for themselves, meet new people, blah blah blah. And that's me. I like to explore, not just because I like seeing pretty things. I also like seeing pretty people, seeing pretty whatever.
But something else that we do when we get out and we travel is that we go into the city where the people are. Even in Mexico, we don't go to the mall and really buy stuff.
Yeah,
we go to the village people.
We never go to the mall.
Right, we go where the village is. We go where the people are selling stuff on the side of the road. If they say it's $9 and we say we only got 3, they say, come on.
Yeah, that people with little pop-up little stairs,
exactly,
little tables.
Exactly. Test this, test that. Places where you know, when you walk off, they are desperate to make a penny, so they're not going to try to nickel and dime you because they know the value of what it is you're trying to get. And so we appreciate that type of thing where, you know, we're a tourist, you know, we want to spend money. Come on and be fair with the price. We're going to give you the cash. We're going to make sure you get the cash because we came over here to buy from you because you're what makes this city, you know, go. You're the one that makes the tourists. So we always like to go to those areas. I know me, even when I was in Malaysia, the Royal Palace that we stayed in, it was a gorgeous hotel, had a doorbell and everything. Right behind the Royal Palace, there was this, I would call like Rodale Drive in California, fancy big name brand mall. Yeah. But right on the other side of it, you could get an iPhone for $35. You could get some weave. You could get all kind of stuff. So I walked through the fancy area, turned the corner, and went over to the other side. And that's where I spent my money at with everybody. That's where I bought you see the frog in there that I have that has the gold money, the one that's good for good luck. I have two or three of them. I have several of them. Yeah, those right there. You see, I got that from there. My suitcase with all the with the puzzles on it, with all the different countries on it. It was because they was ready to make a deal, and I was scared about an iPhone. Because it was $35.
I'd be scared to buy one too, because those are easy to fake.
Well, not only that, did I think it was going to be fake, but I thought when I get back to the U.S., it's not going to even work.
Probably not, yeah.
And so I was excited, because at that time, it was probably like an iPhone 4 or 5. This back then. Yeah. So I was like, oh, the picture quality was good. It was pretty. They would sell them on the side of the road, like coming up to you going, iPhone 35.
I got iPhone.
Yeah. No. They wasn't advertising like that. They was like whispering as soon as they pay an iPhone 35. And
this ankle bracelet that I have right here, this is from Mexico.
The last time we went?
The lady in the little village that cooked us the food.
Yeah.
And we sat there and ate.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the same
I remember. And you know, it's so funny that you mentioned that because I think I'll never forget that because...
Me either.
We went into this little village pretty much in the jungle. I mean, to be honest.
Literally.
And we could buy $5 bags of food and give it to the family. So we bought a couple of bags or whatever. And then we went back to... They're regulated by, you know, it wasn't just a random house. It was where you go to eat. And so, of course, we're Americans. And me and Paiton, we just fit right on in. We don't be bothering nobody. We gonna trust you if we feel like we can trust you. Now, there comes a time when we're like, no, I ain't gonna do that. But it was another couple there. And they were too good to eat. They didn't want to drink nothing. They didn't want to buy nothing. It was just like, nah, we didn't come for this. And I was like, wow. At what point do you get so above everything that you feel like, even if you didn't want to eat their food or drink anything or use their bathroom or nothing, okay, buy a bracelet from them. Yeah. Because that $5 is $500. So I don't remember how much your bracelet was, but I remember that they had a bunch of them on the thing.
First off, because it's a ojo, and this is from Mexico,
and it's handmade,
and it's
handmade. By a very nice family. But
she was really nice.
They were very, very nice, and the fact that they even thought enough of us, right? The fact that if you look at the dynamic of it, we went and we helped feed multiple families, and then they turned around and fed us.
Exactly.
I mean, you're talking about service.
I feel like saying I don't want the food is rude. Like,
exactly. And then they let me swing on their swing, which I'm going to post a picture of that because that was really awesome. Paiton, you didn't want to get on the swing. You were like, no, I'll take a picture of you. I'm like, girl, the swing is sturdy.
I was ready to go. It was hot outside.
I know. It really was. It really was hot. We were in Playa del Carmen. But back in the jungle of some place we probably can't even pronounce. But well, that's our show for today, and we just wanted to talk about friends, weekends, and things that you can do to get away. And look, I just want to make this disclaimer: it does not always have to be expensive to travel. There are things that you can literally do just by filling up a tank of gas. Like yesterday, I was on Instagram and I found this railroad market that's over in the Heights, and it's an old railroad that they turned into some market shops. And I can't wait to go and check them out and just see what they have to offer and look at the shops and everything. So I'm excited about that. A girl joined me on Instagram to promote her company or whatever. I hope that she gives us some items so that we can do a Friday showcase for her. She's new to Houston. She new to Houston and started a business, and she's like, I'm gonna trust myself. I mean, young girl in her 20s. And I was like, wow, that's the kind of oomph I like to see in people, where you just don't give up and you believe in yourself. But that's our show for today. Make sure that you continue to make sure you subscribe to the show. If you have not already, thank you for those that have subscribed. Make sure that you if you want to give us a comment, tell us about your best girlfriend getaway weekend or friends getaway weekend. Because like I said, it can be girls, it can be boys, just friends or friends, doesn't matter. And then also let us know what kind of plans maybe you have for the summer. Because look, when I tell you we really outside, I'm trying to tell you, everywhere we've gone, it's been a crowd. It's been tough to get around. It's been cars everywhere, people everywhere, crowds everywhere. I think people are so happy to get back outside, and I think that we all should be happy to be back outside. But if you'd like to support our podcast, also our Cash App is $mdipodcast, and we would love to have you to support us. And that's our show for today. And
yes, it's your girl P Breeze. No, I'm playing.
Oh my goodness, she went there.
I'm the wild child, the wild card, also known as the youngest, also known as the cutest, also known as the funniest, also known as just the bestest. So,
but actually, AKA actually known as Paiton.
But actually known as Paiton. But yeah, I'm glad to be on the show. I haven't been on a lot of them actually. They blackballing me.
Oh my God! Okay, Nene Leaks.
I just wait, but no, yeah, I'm glad to be back on the show because y'all know I like talking. So.
Yeah, can't y'all tell she loves to talk? But that's our show for today. Bye for now.
Bye, y'all.